Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today, I want to talk more about Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, the Spinoff show. I've been making a few videos on this show with the very little information that we have currently, so I'm glad I've been able to have enough to talk about the show. I'm very excited for it. And in this video, I'm going to be giving some theories and ideas for what could happen, where they could go with the storyline, what could happen to the characters for the show. Very excited here. So, I guess we'll get right into it, because I do want to talk about some of the theories and ideas that I have here. But starting off, we'll talk about a release date. My immediate guess is most likely a later 2023 release. I'm thinking maybe fall, maybe winter of 2023, as in, like, December, not really January, February, but, and I would be surprised if it is early 2023 or mid 2023. Who knows? Maybe it's even 2024. I don't know how far they are in production on the show. There was only a little bit of news about, the announcement that the show is going to be happening. I don't know, what was that? Probably 6-something months ago, maybe longer, maybe a longer amount. But my guess, again, they have to write the episodes, they gotta storyboard it, they gotta, animate it and all this stuff, and write, build up the story and all these different things. But again, with the little information that we don't have an official release date. My guess, late 2023, maybe early 2024 at most, I would think. So with that out of the way, now I want to talk about more of the story aspects for the show. Now, I want to highlight one thing here, that this is labeled as a young adult series. So this, Adventure Time was not labeled that. It was more like a kind of a kid series, kind of a little bit more for kids on Cartoon Network. But again, this is labeled more as a young adult series. So it could be more serious and potentially be more intense. So maybe there'll be stronger fight scenes that could, with more intensity, with more stakes, I guess, in the fight. And I think that's very exciting. So we could maybe be seeing I think maybe a small amount of blood or something like that. I mean that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just saying the idea that this is not going to be an Adventure Time kind of kid show. This is going to be more of an intenser young adult show is pretty exciting to me, especially for Adventure Time, especially for an animated Adventure Time show, because I feel like there's some stuff that they could do with some really dark moments for the series, which Adventure Time does have their fair share of very dark moments in the show. But, maybe this show could kind of be a little bit darker, almost. And I feel like almost that Distant Lands was kind of riding the line of young adult to kid. I mean, it was leaning a little bit more towards kid, I think, just because if I think about it more, I didn't really think there was anything too crazy intense. But, there was a few things that was oh, man, I don't think Adventure Time would be able to, or original Adventure Time would be able to do that, I mean, I guess you could say there was a little bit of dark moments because there was a whole episode in the Dead World. So, I mean, maybe. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, young adult series, that's a very exciting thing to hear about, because there could be way more intense fight scenes, way more intense storyline, more stakes, stuff like that. Would love to see it. Cannot wait. Now, let's talk about Simon, Ice King. I think I've talked about what I think his character is going to be doing before, but Simon, my guess, is going to be hopping through multiverses to search for Betty. That, I think, is probably going to be the overarching storyline of this show, and I feel like he's going to go to a multiverse where Fiona and Cake are, and then he's going to have them join, just because from the description, it is, what are they? They don't remember their past adventures, and they have no magic, I think is what it was. So, if they have nothing, why not just join Simon and go on an adventure or something like that to try and maybe jog their memory a little bit? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Fiona and Cake also wake up in a universe that's not their own, or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly, but I think this could open up a huge amount of really cool cameos from other characters, as well as seeing some really cool different settings. For example, I was even thinking maybe there's a multiverse where the Great Mushroom War never happened, and the city is thriving. You know, the land of Uwu was never really created. It's just a regular city with human people. And maybe, you know, Simon is happier and he's not the Ice King anymore and he's rich or something. I don't know exactly what they could do here, but yeah, with Simon being able to hop multiverses and go through multiverses searching for Golb/Betty, I think that could be very interesting. Because if I'm not mistaken, this version of Simon, is the one from the original Adventure Time cartoon. I guess it's not really confirmed, but that's my guess, is that he's from the original universe where, you know, the events of Finn and Jake that we saw have happened, and now he's on the search for Betty as he gets a little older, because it looks like he's older from the little promotional piece that we did see. It looks like he's a bit older, and I think that this could be a really, really cool thing to see him, like, maybe make a machine, because, again, he's smart. He'll make a machine that he's able to hop to different multiverses and search for Betty in some way, or, you know, and, yeah, there's so many things that they could do there with that. And I would love to see maybe like every episode is a different multiverse that they explore. That would be really a multiverse of madness. That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Simon. He'd be jumping through multiverses, searching for Betty. Probably by the end of the series, he'll find her and maybe she'll, you know, be a villain or something. I don't know. We'll get to the antagonist a little later in the video. Actually, my next note was something I already said. Every episode being a different universe in the multiverse would have been pretty cool. You know, you could go to the Finn and Jake universe where Finn and Jake are swapped. Jake is a human and Finn is a dog. I don't know. I'm just making up random stuff just to try and think about it. They could go to a universe where, well, actually, I already said probably one of the cooler ones, I think, in my opinion, would be the one where the Mushroom War never really happened and that Simon is actually, like, thriving, married to Betty, you know, they're happy, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of cool. Oh, they go to Farm World universe? Oh, man, that'd be so cool if they went to Farm World. Oh, that'd be really cool. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of cool things that they could definitely do here. So, that's exciting. Let's go talk about the antagonist. Yes. From the descriptions of the show, I believe they said there's going to be a new antagonist, so a new villain in the series, which I find interesting. But I feel like this antagonist would have to be related to some of the older antagonists before, like the Lich and Golb. New antagonists, sure. Like, you can have someone that's new, but I feel like you can't just drop the Lich and you can't just drop Golb. You know, I feel like those guys were too big of villains for the series to just have nothing, like, have this villain of a spin-off show not really relate to it in any way. Maybe this villain's going to be even cooler than God, I can't speak. Maybe this villain will be even cooler than the Lich and Golb. But I'd be very surprised, because those are some really cool villains. I actually think the Lich might be my favorite villain of any cartoon ever, because he's just so cool. But yeah, new antagonist. Maybe it'll be some sort of, like, monster from where the Lich and Golb are from. Maybe another scholar of Golb. Or is this going to be kind of like a red herring, right? Where the actual antagonist is a gender-swapped Lich or a gender-swapped Golb. Or actually, I don't know, but that work because Golb is really, like, supposed to be living outside of the universes, kind of. I don't know. But anyways, some sort of gender-swapped Lich or, some sort of gender-swapped villain that we've seen before in the series, and that's the main villain for this series. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that'd be very interesting. I would love to see a gender-swapped Lich. I think that'd be really cool looking. I think the design for that could be incredible. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see with the antagonist. Again, I'm very excited to actually see who the villain is, because, as I think about it more, I think, like, oh man, what if it's like, what if it's some sort of like Lich spawn or another scholar of Golb, maybe a friend of like Coke and Teppy or whatever from the Distant Lands episode with Peppermint Butler. I don't know. So many cool things that they could do. Very excited to see the villain. I just hope it's related to the villains that we've had before. And I feel like it would have to be. So I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, next. Let's talk about Fiona and Cake are in an alternate world, which is, again, not from their actual original universe. They wake up in a new universe that's different. And that makes me believe that they won't be in the regular, gender-swapped world where they're from. Plus, they have no memory of their adventures and no magic. So does that mean Cake has no powers, and maybe Fiona doesn't have the crystal sword that, can actually work? So yeah, again, this little description piece that I read, I don't know exactly, I think it was on some Wikipedia page or something, I don't know. This is interesting. They wake up in an alternate world, not in the regular universe that they're from, and no magic, no memory. So no memory of the past that they had together, or is it, no memory of their adventures? And then also, again, no magic, so will they not have any powers, not have any abilities here? That is also interesting. I would love to see how they are going to explore that. Maybe as they go through multiverses, Fiona and Cake start to kind of remember their past together, and maybe how they got to this other alternate world. And yeah, so that would be very interesting. Then, this was something cool. I think for the final episode, I think there's 10 episodes in this season, and they're all like 23 minutes each or something like that. I think for the final episode, it would be super cool that, like, if Simon, hops to another universe where it is the original Finn and Jake cartoon universe. So, Finn and Jake are there, Princess Bubblegum are there, Marceline, that whole group of people, and it's the original universe from the original series, and Fiona, Cake, Finn, and Jake all fight, like, together. They face off against the main villain together in this Finn and Jake universe. I think that would be so cool. So, like, by this time, again, this is like the finale episode, I'm thinking. Like, Fiona and Cake by this time have gotten their memories back. They remember who they are. They remember that, they've been living together for forever. They've been, I guess in this case, it would be sisters, right? Yeah. And they Simon hops to another universe, and it ends up being the original Adventure Time universe. Finn and Jake are there. Fiona and Cake, they all meet. And then the main villain shows up in this universe to try and wreak havoc or whatever their motive is. And all four characters fight together against the main villain. That would be so cool. Man, that'd be such a cool thing if they actually did that. I'm like smiling because it's, that'd be so cool. Anyways, yeah, that is my thought there. I think for the finale episode, that would be the cool finale. That'd be a really cool finale. Anyways, okay. Other than that, that's really it. That's all my kind of theories and ideas. Again, we have very minimal information at the time of this recording, on this series, so with the information I have, this is what I got for you all. So, yeah, I would love to hear your theories in the comments and ideas. Very excited for this show again. I think, this is nothing confirmed, but I think late 2023, maybe early 2024 for this series. But either way, I'm very excited and I can't wait to see it. So, if you enjoyed that video, do the common YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.